Ladies and gentlemen, you don't believe that. I don't believe too. It's Gorka Hermosa. That one. Hello, Gorka. Yeah, everybody knows Gorka like a composer, very famous in the accordions world. Of course, he is. But he was like that when he was young. And I met him exactly at that time. You remember?
Yeah, we know each other since I was 13 years.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
It was a crazy summer. Yeah, always with you it has been crazy. It's the only common thing every time I have seen you, but but always it has been marvelous. I think we have made things all the times in so many different years. So big pleasure to be here.
Yeah, me too. It's a big pleasure that you are here. Please speak a little bit about that crazy group, because that was absolutely unbelievable to listen accordion like that, but in Basque country perhaps. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I was studying classical accordion.
Connection tonight, sorry, it's not so good.
It was so nice to play Bach and to play Accordeon. To express myself in a different kind of styles. So I had one band with my close friends, and we smoke a lot. We drinking in a garage, doing bad things, of course. And then I played the bass, and after this we were changing the band, and finally we got to play one CD. It was the #1 in Basque country. It was extremely amazing to give concerts with interesting music, with classical accordion, but also, but in this band it was some little money, some little ways to have nice time. So it was extremely funny this time with this band called the Unavar. The compositions were mine. The singer is Sedurne Arizu, that she's also a cordanist based in Barcelona.
Sorry, don't worry. It's just because I didn't explain to you that we were a little bit
young and stupid.
So just one second, my friend. I will call you on Skype because that connection doesn't work. Okay, can we call on Skype? Okay. Okay, because tonight, my friend, you know me, I always prepare everything in advance. Everything is clear, prepared. And it was so many things on the computer that the computer decided to stop and everything was blocked. So I lost, as you see here, everything was prepared and I really lost everything. So I was too much in advance. I will call him in Skype. I hope the connection will be better. And of course, at that moment, I have to make every information. So it's the night. Normally it's everything prepared, and it was too much in advance, I repeat. Okay, my password. And Gorka will come back, hopefully. Gorka. No, ok. Tonight is real cauchemar. Salut Lucas, merci d'être là. Alors, comment faire? Je vais essayer sur Messenger, je ne sais pas si ça va être mieux. Messenger. Alors, Jean-Baptiste Baudin, non, c'est pas pour aujourd'hui. Messenger. So just a few minutes. Salut Gaëtan Larue. Hello Darku Kulevski. Sorry, we have technical problem tonight. Normally it works perfectly. Of course, tonight, who is my friend Gorka? It doesn't. Everything is very slow. I try. Go. Okay, I hope it will be better. Then, hello Igor Sayenko. So I had really a selection of titles Absolutely incredible. You are here, my friend.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. It works much better.
Oh, super.
Yeah, because I told you everything was prepared in advance and too many things on the computer and it just blocked. So next time I don't prepare the things in advance. So you sent to me one other project with a flamenco XCR, which is absolutely incredible. Can you speak about that project? I have it here ready to go.
Yeah, I think the main important thing in accordion world is to try to do something different or something that it's only you who can make it. I think that there are hundreds or thousands of marvelous accordion players, but all of them play more or less the same thing. When I finish competitions and this kind of age, I try to do something different. I always have had Piazzolla as inspiration. He made a mix between his own music, it's tango music, classical and jazz, and I try to do the same with Spanish different elements. Of course, I'm classical. I studied in conservatory and I'm teacher in conservatory, but I try to mix different popular elements with my classical formation, and then I made this flamenco mixing different sounds of Spanish, like flamenco guitar or like a Basque fandango music with different classical things. And in this CD, we recorded, for example, one flamenco version of Chacona of Bach. Prelude, we also made different bulerías, right, with this, and I try to have a lot of different and new things. And when you do new things, most of the times it's shit, and most of the things that I have made in my life is shit. But sometimes you have one little thing that is interesting. I think that this has been the leitmotif of my life to try to take risks and do a lot of things. Some of them are perhaps interesting for
yeah, and we will listen. We will listen now. I made a first selection. So it was so much prepared. Now I have to make again live all the things. So we will not listen all, but some part of it. Flamenco, Zbigniew Ignaczewski from Poland.
This thing first is one guitar intro and then start playing.
Ole! Gorka Hermosa, such a nice, absolutely nice concept. It's very impressive.
I think
Bravo.
it was one concert for Spanish national TV. With this guitarist is one of the 4 or 5 best guitarists of Spanish history.
Yeah.
And I think that the main thing for accordionists must be to play with the greatest musicians of your country. Then is the best way to learn things. I think a lot of people ask me what about my influences, and I don't know. I only studied the accordion till I was 19 years. After this, I have played with a lot of different musicians, and that's perhaps why my music is perhaps different, because my experiences has been very different from the accordion world. Perhaps I really love accordion world. We are like brothers, and it's so nice. But it's so small world, and we need to have different experiences. And the people that you are going to interview, Aidar Gaidulin, he's another marvelous man who has played with a lot of different people, with gypsy people, and when he plays classical, it's amazing. But when we listen to him, we can feel that he has had a lot of different experiences. And I remember one sentence that I always say in all the master classes that I give all around the world is one sentence from you, that you work a lot to keep on all the problems, all the technical problems. The personality of the player must come. But the problem is that some people don't have nothing interesting to show. And so the best thing to try to show things is to leave different things, not only in music but in life. But of course, we are musicians, so we must improve our musical life. So I must thank you a lot to this sentence, not only this sentence, a lot of sentences and a lot of experiences also.
No, but you're right about that now, because exactly what you say is very important when you can make all the studies you want, and after you need to choose and to play with people and to find your way. The problem is the problem of teachers now, because I think education grows up, and now we are able to make playing very, very good people who don't have natural talent also sometimes. And that's the problem, because these people after, they will not find a way, they will just play normally. And but if we give the habit to the people to play fantastic, and now, now what? So it's so important to do like you do, to mix everything and your personal story was that you made competition, but okay, you were not the aficionados of competition. You did until 19 and goodbye, okay? Goodbye. And then you just mix everything from your life. So okay, so we will go now to your compositions. One Guernica that I want to share with people, because Guernica is something that I've been played when it have been created, of course, and after a long time we didn't listen that things, and since the time you are much more famous and famous, now we listen Guernica a little bit everywhere in the world now, we must say. Not only Guernica, but we must say that we listen. So please tell us a story, because you know it's so important, this kind of music. It's not music with a girl pretty sing or whatever, no, it's another story. So please explain the story, because it will help the people to understand your music. For one time was the composer with us.
I was 17 years when I composed it, and I was playing in that time a lot of Solotarev and this kind of music. But I was teenager and I have a lot of energy, and I saw one documentary in TV about the Spanish Civil War.
Yeah.
For us, Guernica is one symbolic place. There we have one tree, and they say that all the Basque tribes have meetings with themselves before the Romans came to Basque country. So for us, it's a very mythological place. And this place was bombing in the Spanish Civil War by German fascist planes, and thousands of people, of civil people died, and that was the first time in Spain that civil people died. So for us, it was it's like a very historical moment. And Pablo Picasso painted one paint that is probably one of the most famous of all the history about this day. So I was teenager. I have a lot of anger against this situation, and I wrote this in 1 afternoon or 2 afternoons. It was very fast. It's very simple because it's a lot of positions, very natural for the accordion, but it's very accordionistic, but it sounds with a lot of seventh and diminished sevenths, and the harmony is peculiar, but it's very accordionistic. It's very easy. I mean, to play for one accordion. One player with 14 or 12 or 16 years can play it very easily. But it's a very fresh and very powerful piece, I think, describing this day. And it's nice because it's true that when I compose it, nobody knows me. And now, when people start to try to know myself a little better, I have a lot of music written for children from this age. 12 children compositions, sonatina, 2 children suite. And that I think that not a lot of people plays it, but I think that they are very okay, not a big master works, but very interesting for children, and I would love to listen them.
Yeah, we will listen one after, but you know that if you want them to be played, perhaps you could give to me because I didn't know. It's your fault. Okay, we will listen first, Janica. Okay, and after we go back to you. Hello, Marcella. C'est Janica. Guernica by Gorka Hermosa. Very impressive. So, that is one of your first composition, no?
Yeah, it's perhaps the first serious composition. First version was for accordion quintet, but I made the arrangement for accordion solo the same day as I composed it. And then I have made arrangements for all kind of different instrumentations. Truly, I don't mind which instrumentation you have. I remember when I was 18 or 20, it was no internet. Not many people remember it, but it was no internet, so and it was no repertoire for accordion. And I remember that I have the one proposition of one string quartet to play with me. They were professional people and very marvelous players, and I couldn't find 1 hour of repertoire to play with them that I liked it. So I tried to make some transcriptions of Piazzolla, but it was not enough. So one of my trauma was that I wanted to construct one repertoire that I could play with anyone. So I composed music not for one instrument, but I composed music like Piazzolla or Bach. Of course, I'm not in this level, but I compose music that I can adapt to play in duo with trumpet or with duo with flute or with strings or with orchestra, with wind ensemble. I really don't mind. It's how many musicians we have for this concert, and I do the arrangement, and then I play. So I think the most powerful thing that I have now is that that I have one repertoire of pieces that I can adapt to any instrumentation and then be played. But my ideal instrumentation is string ensemble, because my favorite CD is Richard Galliano's Passatori. It's like my ideal CD, and I always have wanted to do one CD like this, my own Passatori. I started doing arrangements 3 years ago, and then now I have had the big luck to make it possible and record one CD that I have presented last week, and everybody can listen it by free in Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. When all this has passed, we will present it in Berliner Philharmoniker, because we were going to present it in May, but of course we can't. So in March of next year, we hope, if we are alive and if all is okay,
we hope, yes.
We will present in Berliner Philharmonic, what is a big dream for any musicians, of course, to be able to play there.
Okay, yes, great, super interesting. Yeah, of course. So now let's go back to your history. One of the pieces of music that really show you to the light at the absolutely international level. It's this Fragilissimo. So can you speak about that piece and that composition, please? Fragilissimo.
Yeah, I was also young and stupid. I'm not young, but I'm already stupid. I'm still stupid.
You're still cool. Welcome to the club.
I think it's very important to keep stupid all our lives. Otherwise, life has no sense.
Yeah, it's not always a question of choice, but yes, I agree with you. So, Fragilissimo.
Okay, Fragilissimo starts with a very high cluster and finishes with very low cluster, and it's like a metaphor of life. Or in front of any problem, we can have one opinion and the contrary opinion, and when you are in the middle, you can understand one side and the other side. So in that time, I was playing contemporary music, but I was also playing punk music, and I was born in Basque Country with some political problems, and I was living in Spain. That all the people think just the contrary of me, and I was having a lot of problems inside me, between contradictions, with a lot of problems, and I tried to show it in one piece. Who starts with high cluster and finishes with low clusters, and starts with noise, after with some strange sounds, then we go to notes, then tonality appears slowly, and then we finish with some funk rock style. So we go from contemporary music to rock in 5 minutes, and then in the final of the piece, okay, it was one commission from Festival de Música y Danza de Granada, one of the most important Spanish classical festivals. And in the opening concert, it was they were going to play London Symphony Orchestra, a lot of soprano, pianists, important people. We all play one piece or 10 minutes, something like this. And I was supposed to play it 5 minutes and to make the premiere there. So I had very clear that for accordion, of course, it was a big chance to be there once, but I didn't mind if they liked me or not, but I want to be sure that they will never forget me. So
that I think you succeeded.
So the piece ends with I start speaking, and one person of the audience, who was Edurne, the same singer as the rock group we listened to before. She was my girlfriend in that time, and she stand up from the audience and she showed me, and I showed her, and after everybody knows the history of Fragilissimo. And it was a big success, but in this moment, but after this, okay, I played in Spanish national TV, but not in accordion world. I mean, in that time, I was not in accordion world. So then, 6, 7, or 8, I don't remember, years after, I invite one French crazy teacher to my conservatory to give some classes. The name of the teacher is Frédéric Deschamps, could be, or
yeah, could be.
So you came to my house, to my conservatory with Grayson Maysfield, and well, after the first day of classes, we went to have dinner, and then we went to my house and we drink, and after at 2 in the night or something like this, I told you, I have one very crazy composition, and I put this composition to Grayson and you, and I don't know if it was because we were a little
happy.
Yeah, I don't know the reason, but you liked it, and you said that Grayson was going to start playing it.
Yeah.
So I sent the score to Grayson. He studied it, and this year he won all the competitions in Accordion World and Accordion Galaxy. Some of them in Mars, in Jupiter, also. And after this, everybody was speaking about this crazy composition, and thanks to them, thanks to this. I started being now in accordion world, and all my international career, let's say, started. So I must thank a lot you and Grayson and all this situation. But also, I mean, I invited a very well-known international composer and international teacher. Sorry. Okay, if you don't take risks, okay, that night we take a lot of risks. So I mean, to the people, if we don't take risks, life is very boring.
Yeah, of course. But it was a very nice combination, because it was the moment that we met since many years, and I didn't know that you had made that composition. The first day I listened to that composition, I said, but this is absolutely for Grayson. Oh, Estibalis Raka, hello.
Wow.
Yeah,
this woman was this day also at my home.
Yeah, she's everywhere. Be careful. So yes, when I listened to that music, I was sure that Grayson will make fantastic in that, because it's exactly the crazy temperament of Grayson. We will see him after doing the Kamate, who. And also one specificity of the composition of Gorka is he liked to make the accordionist not only playing accordion, but also to be a little bit actor, and to use his own personality, to show his personality. So we will see that immediately. Grayson Mansfield playing Gorka Hermosa. He won all competition on that. It was in Lithuania, that concert. So slowly by slowly, I told you before that normally I prepared everything when my computer blocked just before, of course. Hello, Joao Gentil. So I cut the presentation. Fasten your seatbelt, it will begin.
Luego encontrada la respuesta al gran pregunta. La vuelta a lo mejor del tren. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué todo el concepto? Lo hacen solo sin internet. Todo. Solo. Todo. Solo. Solo todo. Todo solo. Es. Fragilísimo. Todo solo. Es. Fragilísimo. Fragilísimo.
That's remember incredible, such emotion. Yeah, and I imagine when Grayson arrived in competition playing that with his temperament. Do you remember? Was like, oh, what is that? And everybody asked for the scores. And who is this composer? Ah, it's crazy guy from Spain. You don't know. It was, oh yeah, it was cool. Sorry, for people on the chat tonight, I'm sorry, I don't ignore you. Hello, Alexander Tulinov. Alex, you will not believe, I wrote a text about you today. You see, it's a small village, Accordeon as well. Someone from German magazine asked me, and I did. Nice work. And Jonas Vosbutas, hello to your mom, and hello to Darius, because I saw them 1 minute and before. So I cannot follow all, because I don't know how it works tonight, but my computer just said no tonight because it was too hot and whatever. I prepared everything was full and everything blocked. So thank goodness I tried it goes until the end, but we can speak to you, now it's cool. I prepared so many samples of things. You know what we will be obliged to do? We have to make in 1 or 2 weeks another one, an extra one, because anyway it's 1 hour, but you sent to me video link for 1 month. So he sent to me a playlist. Look, I'm not saying they will think, look, this is the playlist of Gorka Hermosa. So we have the choice. Unfortunately, it doesn't write the name in front of the pieces. That means now we will listen something else, okay? Because I don't know what we will listen now. I would like, because it's already, we just have 7 minutes more and I have all the things other to do, but okay, we can be late on Facebook, it's not a problem. I would like to finish your presentation by with Grayson, to continue with the evolution, with this Kamate, that was again a revolution, and that one have not been so much play as the first one, just because it's impossible to play. Thank you. That was the problem. He knew that Grayson, absolutely genial accordion, so he wrote something absolutely fantastically difficult. Yeah, super. It was absolutely difficult. And then if you want to try to play it, it's impossible. So, especially with piano accordion.
Yeah, I truly think in that time, okay, I was a lot of years from accordion world, and I truly think that my level in accordion was too small. I always have been very shy, and I have never think that I was. So I thought that the people could play much difficult things that I could ever play. So in this piece, okay, Grayson told me that he wanted to show all his technical capacities, and I said, okay, yes, so you're going to study. So okay, in Italian system it can be played, but it's very difficult. But yeah, in Grayson system, so with fifth and with a piano, accordion,
Yes, excuse me.
But-
I just try if the link works, and it works. So continue now. I am safe. Go. Continue.
Yeah, it's a difficult piece, but it can be played. And I think that accordion technique is developing so fast. So in 5-10 years,
Yeah.
a lot of
You're
players will be able to play
Hello,
this.
Dimitrievich
I
Stefan.
really think it. And when I thought in write one piece for Grayson from New Zealand, I thought in which is the most known or more authentic New Zealand thing. And of course, it's Kamate Kora with these rugby players and this dance. And I tried to. It was strange because Grayson and Harley Jones pushed me and you pushed me to write one piece for Grayson. But for me, it was after 10 years. It was like imitate myself. So I started listening again rock music and trying to think how I was 10 years before. Okay, this piece is full of heavy rock and Metallica and Rage Against the Machine and this kind of references, but with a very virtuoso style and also again very provocative. So it's a mix of a lot of things that I felt in this moment.
Exactly. And you sent to me another version was been made in Ukraine. I have it. And I decided to show Grayson tonight just because I wanted to show you on the other one the result of this kamate. Because these people who was dancing the kamate, there is one is Viktor Kravchuk and the other is Vasil Kravchuk. And another one, you must see that it's Maxima Fitch. When they really do that kamate is absolutely amazing. Ukrainian people doing kamate. The movement is contrasted totally. But the result of that is the tallest man, when he made kamate, he finished naked on stage because the trouser exploded. So he just go out of stage, something like that, you know. And I asked him before tonight, I say, please send me again. Because the day he made that concert, immediately he sent me the photo, immediately after. So I was like, fantastic. And unfortunately, it was not online tonight, so I don't have the photo. So next presentation we do with you in 1 or 2 weeks, we will show the other version. So now it's Grayson. It was the world premiere in a competition in France, in Moron-les-Bains.
Okay.
And so, yeah, one also reason that is not as famous as Fragilissimo is because, okay, in Fragilissimo you have to speak, okay, just like theater, but you have just to speak a little bit. On that one, you have to take out the accordion and make the haka, and it's not so obvious. We found it some very interesting version. Kamate. Okay, Grayson, world premiere 2012. Woohoo! Careful, Maximiano Cicciamel. Ciao, carissimo amico. Salut Sonia Sobral.
Fakka pitetera, ara upane, kupane pitetera. Hey!
Grayson Mansfield playing Gorka Hermosa, Kamate Kaora. Wow, it's very impressive. Ciao Alberto Bernalli che arriva adesso. Jonas Yeppa, yes, you love that, me too. So that was bomba, real bomba.
Yeah, it's the problem when you put together Fred Disaster and Gorka Catastrophe. The rest of
Yes, we call each other Fred Disaster and Gorka Catastrophe because yeah, when we are together, it finished sometime like that. When what we see now, yeah, and it was very efficient. What I really love on your music, my friend, it's always fresh, and you make combination about worlds. You are not on the, okay, today I make something like contemporary just to be contemporary. Gorka is Gorka. The idea you have, it's all your culture, all your life that you had, and you sign by a little bit crazy, but it's always genial for public, genial for people who practice classical music. They are fed up to play these things when you put one sound and you wait half an hour and come back and make two sounds and mathematics in music, whatever. And that is, I love contemporary music too, but we need that music too, okay? And congratulations, it's absolutely your image, continue. And so, I'm very frustrated that you have so many things to listen and to discover, but we will have to invite you again. Salut Béatrice Pugin, je te fais un gros bisou. Oui Béatrice, tu te souviens quand il était venu à la maison, là, avec l'autre, je sais plus, Concon, je me souviens plus son nom à Concon. So one teacher who invited us to make seminars there with Grayson also. Okay, so next time we discover all the things for the child and all the evolution, because after on the history of Gorka in international scene, we had first Fragilissimo, and after this Kamate, and after all the other from Tsengzai, from Brem, from Paco, Paternoster. And I want to discover that to all our friends because it's absolutely genial. Okay, and I must say to you a small anecdote from last week. I was inviting Augustinas Rakauskas, and I spoke a lot about you and say, oh, but you remember when you played at Paco, it was absolutely genial. In fact, he was playing the one of Frank Angelis. And we listen the one of Frank Angelis. Okay, sometimes we make mistake. Hello, Michael Ziegler, Diego Gat, salut. So, it's time to say goodbye, my friend. I will now make small other things without you, and at the end I will finish with this first concert you gave us with Fandango or Flamenco. Mm-hmm. Okay, so see you very, very soon because we have a lot to discover again, and you have even time to compose something new for us.
you want, you know.
Okay, so Gorka, bye bye. Thank you. Don't change. You don't have the choice, but don't change. Stay like that. You're perfect. Bye, my friend.
Ciao, bye.
Bye. Okay, so it was Gorka Hermosa. I'm so happy to help to make discover. I know that Jonas, you know everything. Dalius, you also know everything. Yes, big composer Gorka. But many young people don't know, and especially that all will be on YouTube after, and it will be forever. Okay, so we make a lot of promotion about that. What's now? The teleshopping minute, because you know that we have a sponsor, it's on air, and we are connected with the music shop who make some special discounts. And today we have an accordion, a French accordion musette, but very special musette with the design and the color. But it's special because it also has the MIDI system inside, and so it's quite expensive, of course, because it's Italian made. Estibalis, yo también te amo. And so this instrument plus MIDI system, so the discount of the day available for 48 hours, it's street price normally is 10,000 euro and 19 euros, and minus 20% today, especially for that period. So the price of this accordion is 8,792. You can see all information on the internet site cledesolshop.fr, but it's the address is on the beginning of the Facebook Live, so you cannot miss. Okay, so I'm a little bit late. Well, don't worry, it will be okay. Just I would like to show you a little bit on the pedagogical moment because it was Gorka Hermosa and he used a lot of effects like contemporary people because he's contemporary. Contemporary means he's from nowadays. So I will just speak a little bit about bending and special bending plus vibrato that you can add and use on your music everywhere. Salut Sébastien Girard. So for the bending you need only one voice and after you have double, you will see. First, only one. So I show you it's to make that bending that we listen on the composition of Gorka. So it's just, the technique is, don't press the key down, just press a little bit, 1 millimeter. Put your nails just here, look, between two, and don't try to press one, but just to go up with the other one. And then you are in the middle. And when you find the point that the sound could go down, don't go out more, just pull more, okay? It's the fact that you pull more that will make the sound going down. And just because if you just press 1 millimeter, the clapets open only very, very few, and the whole air doesn't go on the whole reed, but just go on the extremity of the reed, and the reed is making that movement of vibration all the time, and in one moment, if the air just arrives at the end, it will make that movement to the reed, and the reed will be slower. More it makes vibration slower, that means less, then more it's low sound, okay? So, I'll show you again. Okay, salut Dorothée-Edouard. And if you can also try for fun to have a double sound. So this is a little bit musette. So it's listen, you already have a vibrato. You listen to the vibrato, you have two. You have and after you have wow, 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 wow. Okay? Ciao Douglas Borsati. And if you make a distortion with two sounds, one sound will go down before the other, and it will make, it's called phasing, it will make something like row, row, row. So it's quite nice and it's useful if you want. So you change the vibration a little bit. You can make faster the vibration or slower. Okay, so if you press down immediately, it's out, of course. I do on another one because it's handmade, so not one button can make the same vibration of the other. So I will try another one. Sometimes it's more interesting. Okay, you understand? You can change the vibration of the sound. And speaking about vibration, you know, on the music you can make all the time some vibrato, something like that. So you can begin by, it's vibrato, it's just a mechanic movement that make moving the accordion and the sound is moving. It's very easy. But you can make vibrato with many things. If you just play the right hand, something like, if you just play the left hand, you can put it here. And so, or you make mechanic, or you make crispation. Okay, you just make your hand and you block your muscle and make crispation like that. But for me, the best vibrato, hello Igor, the best vibrato for me is with a leg. The problem of the vibrato with the leg, so I will try to adjust a little bit, I will break everything, I'm sure. Okay, I hope you see. No, you don't see, so I will do that like that. With the leg, like bandoneon, in fact, you just have to go up with the ankle. We go there, you will see. Okay. Okay, if you are like that, the leg is flat and you don't move. But if you go up with your feet, you can make that. More you go down, down it's slow. And more you go up, more it's fast. the big advantage of the vibrato with the leg is you have the free hands, because when you make vibrato, for example, on this jazz partita number 2 of Vladimir Zubitsky, for example, you have vibrato from the beginning of the second movement to 6 minutes later at the end of the second movement. So this is to make vibrato like that or like that. It's not convenient to play because your fingers have to do something else. But if you just have something like, it's my leg, okay? Okay, I just make, I show you more, it's the movement of that. The problem of that vibrato is or you have or you don't have. You cannot invent it, you cannot practice it, it's you have or you don't have. So try, you put your, it's very easy, you take your accordion, even you don't need the straps, you put it on your leg. And some people quite nervous do that with the leg, you know, on the right or on the left. So, of course, do it on the left because the accordion must be on the left leg, okay? Something else, when you do the vibrato, if your leg is moving, it's cool if the accordion touch the leg. Otherwise, you move for nothing, okay? So, if you are like that and move the leg, it doesn't look like that. If the accordion don't touch the leg, I'm moving the leg, but you don't have vibrato. I just have to do that. Okay? And when you are down, sit is even much better. Avec plaisir, mon cher Herminio, pour le vibrato. Okay, and to finish tonight, so sorry again, we're a little bit late, but I told you that from the beginning, I had my look at my playlist. It's all white because I made too much early. I prepared on the beginning of the afternoon, and I wanted to be more professional, and I know that now, no, I have to turn off and on the computer before. Speed chat quiz. Ta-da! So we had, now is the third week. Wait. I check what happened on the speed chat quiz. So that game that you know that you can win that accordion. That is the new XS accordion. Antonio Ferrara, intéressant, les secrets que tu nous révèles avec plaisir. Je suis là pour ça. So that is a real accordion. You had the demonstration by Matthias Matzke on Friday. You can see on my Facebook page now. I have a Facebook page, Frédéric Deschamps. I will make the Facebook Live from the Facebook page because it will be much more efficient, because you know from the profile only 25 people have the information on time, so okay. But after, if we put on YouTube and if we put on the page, it's okay. Artists will have that promotion. Hello, Michael Bashkarad from Bosnia. So that is an instrument to win, or some seminars with me, or for the selection you have some super straps, honor straps with, I say every day, but think about it. When you play accordion, all the time you have the belts on your shoulder and you go like that with fingers to play. No, it's like that here, and you have the whole arm with ready. Adi Firsch, youhou, un petit coucou, bon anniversaire. Happy birthday to you. Je te le fais, Adi, parce que franchement c'est toi. D'accord? Alors, c'est comment déjà? Avec le petit vibrato à la cuisse. Bon anniversaire, Adi. So, le speed chat quiz. Il faut que je vous trouve une question. Qu'est-ce que Grayson Mansfield a fait dans la dernière composition de Gorka Hermosa? À un moment, il a posé l'accordéon par terre et il s'est mis à hurler. Qu'est-ce qu'il a hurlé? Il me suffit juste d'un mot pour voir si vous avez suivi. Et celui qui a la bonne réponse sur le chat... Sorry, I speak French. I'm débile. What did Grayson do when he take out the accordion? Ta-da! Okay, Sébastien Girard. Okay, c'est toi. So, sorry, I think I helped a lot the French people. I didn't do it purpose, I promise. It's just a mistake from me. I spoke French at the moment that I made the speed chat quiz. Okay, so Sébastien Girard, you are selected. Okay, hello Denise Gadara. Happy to see you. Okay, Herminio, sorry you don't win today. It's not you. I give you appointment tomorrow morning for Gaëtan Larue. Gaëtan Larue. And we finish now by flamenco from Gorka Hermosa. Good evening. Salut Jonas. Bisous Béatrice, c'est trop tard.
Somos flamencochea. Muchos dicen que hacemos una fusión entre flamenco y música vasca. Yo no sé muy bien si es verdad, pero
de verdad, me gusta tu
un grupo en el que toca
castellano.
un flamenquito como José Luis Montón y un vasquito, aquí como yo, como Gorka Hermosa, pues difícilmente podría salir otra cosa que no fuese flamencochea. Así que aquí estamos. Y tenemos la enorme suerte de contar hoy aquí con 3 pedazos de artistas, con Odey Lizaso a la percusión,
Presentation of the musicians.
María Berasarte a la voz
Michael, thank you. Brilliant for you too.
y Selene Muñoz al baile. El tema que hemos tocado era un tanguillo que se llama Tiempo de Embora y ahora vamos a continuar con otro tema que se llama Copla Berriac.
What